What's going on? It's your boy Sheeb the Wise. Welcome back to Vader's Lair. Hope you guys are having a great start to the week. Happy Monday to everybody. Let's get into the lair because we have a lot of Star Wars news to catch up on. Potential spoiler warning going into today's live stream. Hope you guys are having a good one though. Let us begin right now. Do it. Welcome back to Vader's Lair. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new and smash that like button as you're coming in. Let's get into the news though. If we're going to start off, I want to ask you guys an important question. Do you think Darth Vader could be in the Ahsoka show? And while I think personally, I did not expect him to be at any point. I didn't really think he would be. You know, there were rumors for quite some time that Hayden Christensen was going to be in the Ahsoka show. And while many of us are super excited by the prospect that Hayden could be in that after seeing him in Obi Wan Kenobi and everything, and of course seeing him and Ahsoka interact in live action, that would be everything a Clone Wars fan has ever wanted. Good to see you guys in the chat, by the way. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you think Vader could be in the Ahsoka show? Let me know in the chat. Rerum Trading, good to see you here. Don Clotterman, Matthew Cruz, Alan Copeland, Aaron Tomato, CT0420, and my boy Tim, the GOAT. Hope you're doing well, Tim. Much love, everybody in the chat. All right, so CT0420 says maybe as a flashback. Excellent. I love that. As a flashback, that could definitely work. I think that could be the way that Vader could be in it, if he's going to be in it. But the reason I ask you guys this question is actually because there's been some rumors about it, some reports. So again, potential spoilers going into this right here. If you don't want to know anything about the Ahsoka show, potentially take this with a grain of salt though. But this is an article coming from MeganStarWars.net. There were a lot of rumors out there. I think even from the Hollywood Reporter at one point. I'm not sure. Don't take my word for that. But this article says Darth Vader will return in Star Wars Ahsoka. Let's go! If this is true, this is so exciting. So this came July 15th. It was about last week at some point, I believe. I don't even know what day it is anymore. But it says Tom O'Connell is back. Now, Tom O'Connell is one of the actors that portrayed Darth Vader in the Obi Wan Kenobi show. It says sources have informed me that Tom O'Connell is being fitted for a new Darth Vader suit for Star Wars Ahsoka, the new Disney Plus series. Sources working on Ahsoka have confirmed Darth Vader will have a significant sequence in the story, and it is believed the role of the fully suited Darth Vader will exclusively be played by Tom O'Connell this time. That's what the report says, at least. Darth Vader's suit for Star Wars Ahsoka appears to be slightly different than the one that was used for Obi Wan Kenobi last year, which, fun fact, most of them have been slightly different throughout the years, whether it is in Empire or New Hope, and just always going forward. There's always little slight changes, but it says the Darth Vader suit appears to be different, and it says sources just said they made some changes to reflect the time period that we will be in, or that we would see him in, and in which the sequences would take place. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess it will not be 100% a suit we have seen before, he says. And I agree. I think this probably wouldn't be a suit that we've seen in live action before, at least. This is probably something closer to what we've seen in Star Wars Rebels, and while that was a little bit more closer to the Ralph McQuarrie concept art, I don't really fully expect to see that kind of a Darth Vader. But I do think that there's a good chance we will see some sort of Darth Vader appearance closer to his Rebels attire, I guess you could say. So back in February, Jason wrote a piece about 3 performers bringing Darth Vader to a scene in Star Wars Obi Wan Kenobi. Then in June, he wrote a piece about that team being put back together for something else. But he wasn't sure back then what it was, and now he's had it confirmed 100% that it's for the Ahsoka series. Whoo, man, let's go. Unfortunately, it sounds like Demetrius, I'm gonna butcher this, Bistrevsky. I don't think I actually butchered it. Demetrius Bistrevsky has not been asked back after the Obi Wan Kenobi show. Says there were some public financial disputes between Bistrevsky and Lucasfilm over the Obi Wan Kenobi rehearsals on social media, and blah blah blah. That stuff isn't really that important to me, to be honest. We know Hayden Christensen is going to be back for the Ahsoka series though, and that leads me to think that there's a chance we're seeing Ahsoka and Darth Vader's duel from Star Wars Rebels recreated in live action. Now, of course, this is speculation from Jason here, and I think a little bit from all of us, and definitely from me. But I would love to see that. And imagine this, man. Imagine Ahsoka kind of opens up, and the show isn't quite the show we're thinking it will be. At least the first season. Like, a lot of us are thinking this first season of Ahsoka is going to be her and Sabine going off to find Ezra, and that definitely might be part of the season. But what if part of the season gives us a time period where we see a little bit of what led Ahsoka into that? Like, we didn't really get any bits of Ahsoka after she got pulled out of the world between worlds, or, you know, pulled into the world between worlds and saved from this fight that we're talking about here. So imagine we get kind of the first glimpses of what she did after that. And heck, even the show could start with her getting pulled into the world between worlds. For people that maybe didn't watch Star Wars Rebels or haven't seen all of the animated projects. And that could even be why Natasha Liu Bordizzo, the actress that is playing Sabine, has kind of said that Ahsoka's a bit of a standalone thing where you don't need to see Star Wars Rebels to understand it. It would make a lot of sense if we not only get kind of a flashback to that, but if we actually see the sequence of her getting pulled out and fighting Darth Vader. I think it would be amazing for the show to start like that. Oh, Matthew Cruz with the $5 super chat. I appreciate it, my friend. No message in it, but I thank you so much for the support. You're one of the best people in this freaking dang group. Everybody here is amazing, though. I love all of you freaking guys. CT0420, Matthew Cruz. I gotta read the chat now. I'm way behind on the chat. But let me know what you guys are thinking of this. Of course, again, I know we got into some potential spoiler stuff here, but it's pretty exciting stuff, I think. Matthew Cruz, I hope you're doing well. Maybe a flashback, maybe indeed. Vader's Lair, hello my brother. What up, Anthony YouTube fan? Hope you're doing well. He says, if Lord Vader shows up, it better be a brief flashback. What we want to see are live action Clone Wars flashbacks and Anakin's Force Ghost. I agree that we want to see Anakin's Force Ghost, and that's probably what Hayden's kind of coming back to do. But what if we get a little bit of Hayden under the mask again as Vader one more time after seeing it in Obi Wan Kenobi? Like, come on, man. I'm down for both. Give me the ghost and the scene from Rebels. Do it. They could bring it to live action. Come on. Matthew Cruz says it's going well. Eating Thai food. I just had some Thai food myself. Nice, my guy. Nom nom, indeed. Oh, it was a super sticker. You're hype. Thank you, Matthew Cruz. Had you heard that thing I sent you? I don't know. Let me check what you sent me. What'd you send me, Smalls? Good to see you in the chat, my brother. Much love to you. So to finish it off though with this article, it says it might be a little weird doing a cracked Vader helmet thing twice in a year. However, Rebels did it first. It is a part of this of Ahsoka seeing Anakin as in the machine. Basically, it says I think if they show and don't tell you that kind of happened, that you kind of need that moment in the Ahsoka series is what he's trying to say, and it sits with him if Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, and Luke are the only people that kind of see behind that mask of what Vader has kind of become. You know what I mean? Much love to you, Tim, too. Hope everything's good, brother. So that is our first bit of news today. Let me know what you think of it. Are you excited to potentially get Darth Vader in the Ahsoka show? Because personally, I am hyped for it, man. I mean, I said it already, but We hyped. I really hope that we could get that Vader's Rebels moment, because it's easily one of the best moments in all of Star Wars. Heck, definitely one of the best moments in Rebels. So I think we gotta put that in there. We gotta see it, right? All love to the Simpire indeed. Okay, Smalls, the Christian Bale thing. Okay, so there is a rumor out there, and personally this is not something I normally would cover because I don't think there's much validity to it. I do love Christian Bale. Don't get me wrong. I just saw Thor the other day. Thought he did a great job as Gore the God Butchers, and I love him as an actor. He did a great job as Batman. He puts his all into every role that he does, and so the report is basically, from what I've seen, is that Christian Bale could potentially play Starkiller. I don't like that. I don't like that if it's true. The fact that they already have Sam Witwer just makes me think it's like, nah. And I believe that article actually came from Giant Freaking Robot as well. So Giant Freaking Robot's not really known to be super reliable. I don't know, man. I don't see why they would do they wouldn't do I just don't see Christian Bale as Starkiller. Don't do it. Just do Sam Witwer and we'll all be happy. That's all they gotta do. Just do what you already did. Sam Witwer's great. We all love him. Alright, hold up. Let's get the next article up. So, there's actually some big news for the Acolyte series and for Skeleton Crew as well, which the Skeleton Crews might not be as big. But let's just I'll give you a little hint here, because we're going to get into the Acolyte stuff. But let's just say the budget for it is pretty big, though. So, this comes from Bespin Bulletin, but I believe... Okay, no, yeah. This came from Bespin Bulletin. Exclusive Star Wars series The Acolyte is in pre-production and will be filming at Shinfield Studios. So, in Reading, which is in London, I believe? Britain? I don't know. So, it says, over the course of the last couple of months, Bespin Bulletin has been trying to get some new information on the upcoming Star Wars series, The Acolyte. The series was initially believed to be in pre-production at Pinewood Studios last year and was due to begin filming in May, but production on the series was delayed from May until October. Since then, I've been able to gather from various sources and keeping my ear to the ground. Regardless, the production over the course of the past month or so, I've heard various sources that Acolyte is in pre-production in Reading, England. Upon further digging, I found out that the production was located, and I can exclusively report that The Acolyte is in pre-production and will film at the newly constructed Shinfield Studios. Shinfield Studios currently has 4 optional sound stages and will have 18 by 2024. That's amazing. 18 sound stages. That's awesome. It says, and it previously had been confirmed that Disney would be a client on the new studio. It's unclear at the moment if Shinfield houses a volume, which is something I've been trying to get confirmation on. So this kind of goes into something I talked about quite a long time ago, back kind of towards the beginning of the channel, to be honest. But over time, we're going to get more and more volumes, and they're going to be able to film more and more of these shows as they go. Like they're going to have multiple studios with a bunch of volumes. Heck, even in this article here, 18 sound stages. That's a little overkill, it sounds like, right? But I'm excited, man. I think definitely Shinfield Studios could be home to a new volume, and I think there's probably maybe even 2 volumes now at Manhattan Studios, which is where they film Mandalorian, Ahsoka, all these shows. I mean, they're supposed to be filming or in production with Ahsoka and Skeleton Crew at Manhattan Studios right now. And while the 2 are filming off like in different locations, which is part of actually why Skeleton Crew does have such a big budget. But basically, those shows, yeah, they got a big budget. I don't even know what I was talking about, but it's exciting. Shinfield Studios could be home to a new volume. It says, unfortunately, I have no additional details to share on the Acolyte's production at Shinfield Studios at this time. but I hope to bring you more information soon. The Acolyte is due to begin filming this November, with principal photography set to run until May. The series was created by Leslie Headland, who is the creator of Russian Doll, with Amanda Stenberg from Bodies, Bodies, Bodies rumored to have been cast as the lead role. Additional writers and actors on the series have yet to be confirmed, and that is actually a lie, because there was some new news from Bespin Bulletin that I think came through the Hollywood Reporter potentially, but it's on the Loki director rumored to be directing for the Star Wars Acolyte show. So yesterday, they reported the report that we just went over from Bespin Bulletin, but it goes on to say that they had basically learned from their sources that that with the Acolyte, they're currently going into pre-production in Shinfield Studios and all of that we covered. It says the report I'm referring to came from Making Star Wars. So this came from Making Star Wars, actually. My bad. It says who emphasized that this is simply a rumor that they've heard so far, so take it with a grain of salt. But the director attached at the moment is the director of the first season of Loki, which is Kate Herron. It says Herron has primarily worked in the television space and directed the entire first season of Marvel Studios' Loki, which I thought she did a fantastic job with. And it says that she even garnered critical acclaim. Gosh, I gotta enlarge in this. I cannot read right now. Need some glasses. And it goes on to say she's also directed 4 episodes of the hit Netflix series Sex Education, that's a pretty great show. I love it. I've seen both of those shows and I really enjoyed the 2 of them, and Herron's directing and work on them. So have I. Herron is a great director. It says the second season of Loki is currently filming in London, but Herron is not returning to the directing duties on the series currently. It says that privilege is going to be falling to Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead. I think that's what it says. Moorhead? I don't know. There's a little blotch on the background. I can't tell. I think it says Moorhead. Currently, it's not known what Herron's next project is, and it may just be a coincidence that the director didn't return for a second season of Loki, which has started filming whilst the Acolyte is deep into pre-production currently. So not much is known about the Acolyte, like we already talked about, and Leslie Headland, potentially Kate Herron now, and then the Amanda Stenberg are the people that we are rumored to be attached to it at the moment. So super exciting stuff. The Acolyte, of course, being kind of a Sith-centric show that's going to be about 100 years before The Phantom Menace. Now, I'm super excited for this, and I think there's already been rumors that a lot of Sith characters that have kind of come through Legends could end up kind of being referenced or end up being in the show. I'm starting to wonder, what if the Acolyte is about a character similar to Asajj Ventress? Because Asajj Ventress, in a way, is her own kind of Sith acolyte. While she is sort of the apprentice of Dooku, she's more of a like Sith assassin acolyte kind of a thing. I mean, General Grievous is like the leader of the droid army and stuff. Like, there's all these ways of getting around the rule of 2. So what if this character is kind of, I don't know, like a Sith assassin kind of a character for Darth Plagueis or Darth Tenebris, which was the master of Plagueis? I would be super excited to see that kind of a story unfold and to see Plagueis be kind of super involved in it, because he would be alive during this time. So I don't know. I'm super excited for the Acolyte. Let me know what you guys think of all of that down in the chat below. Hope you guys are excited for it, though. Good to see everybody in the chat again. The Stanleys, good to see you. Star Wars MCU OG, my brother. Good to see you in the chat. CT0420 says Starkiller needs a better actor for 1. For 2, he can't, and I repeat, can't be canon. CT0420, I disagree. I think Starkiller could be. I think he could be canon. He could be. Small says it did. That's why I included the article. CT0420 says he's more powerful than anyone in the galaxy. Well, I'm not saying they make him quite as powerful as he is in the video games. I'm not saying that. They could nerf him a little bit, you know what I mean? And I think we'd be okay with that. But I think there's a way to make him canon. I think they could. good luck with the apartment hunt. Hey, I appreciate it, Smalls. The apartment hunt is going. Yes, I'm moving out by the end of next month, so it has begun, the apartment hunt. I want him to be canon somehow, though. He could be. Once again, what's up, Stanleys and MCU OG? I hope you're doing well. Hey, Star Wars Obsession, my guy. I hope you're doing well. Why am I a jerk? I didn't do nothing. Darth Tenebris and Darth Plagueis. Yes, Stanleys, do it. They must. The dark side has taken over. Daniel Fisher says, so Heron took flight from Loki to the Acolyte? I don't know. Some people might think that's a regression. Nah. Honestly, she might make one of the best Marvel and Star Wars shows if this is true. Like, it could be the case. Hawks Holocron says Lord Momin better be mentioned. That would be kind of cool. I don't know if he will be. I don't know if he's quite in that time period. Maybe he is. That's it. We fighting. Let's go, Obsession. Let's fight. What I do? Damn nerf herders, you're telling me, man. Video games is all I'm going off of, Cuzzo. Hey, you're good, C20420. We have nothing canon yet, so that's really all we do have to go off of. I'm just speculating here, just a little bit. Alright, let me check what else has been going on. That is the bulk of that Acolyte news, though. Pretty exciting that it is deep into pre-production and probably going to be shooting soon at Shinfield Studios. Now on to the Skeleton Crew budget news. So this has kind of been going around on Twitter and has been kind of big news, but there's a little bit of reasons to it, and basically the article here is Skeleton Crew budget revealed, biggest of all Star Wars series. Okay, so this came from the Hollywood Reporter initially, and it says 2 months ago, Lucasfilm officially announced Star Wars Skeleton Crew, a series that follows a group of children lost in the galaxy that are trying to find their way back home. Little else is known about the series created by John Watts, who did the Spider-Man trilogy for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and Christopher Ford, who also worked on that as well. It says, but the budget of the series has now been revealed. According to a report from the Hollywood Reporter, Skeleton Crew has the biggest budget of any Star Wars series that's been produced thus far. The Hollywood Reporter are also reporting that the budget on Skeleton Crew is $136 million, with $20 million coming from the California tax credits. So basically, the state of California gave them a little incentive to do this much on the show, kind of a thing, to put that much into it. It says it's a surprise to learn that the series has the biggest budget of any Star Wars show, or any Star Wars streaming project that's been produced thus far. And it says, especially given that Andor has been filming on location, using far more practical effects, and has not been reliant on the volume. I expect that the Rogue One spin-off series will have the highest. He expected the Rogue One spin-off series to have the highest budget, but it'll be very interesting to see how Andor looks in comparison to The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, and Obi Wan Kenobi, given that all of those were operating on a similar budget, but obviously those shows were used with different VFX and a lot more volume oriented, where the Andor show is going to be more on location, like we had said already. It says another interesting note is that the Hollywood Reporter article is that they refer to the season of Skeleton Crew as season 1, which of course leads fans to wonder if we can expect more than one season of the upcoming show. In previous casting calls, some characters were said to only feature in one season, whereas others could be seen in more. So at the moment, it looks like the Skeleton Crew may be a multi-season spanning series. At Bestman Bulletin, they give you a decent and reliable information. Yeah, they've been doing pretty good. It says, formerly known by its codename Grammar Rodeo, Skeleton Crew has most recently been revealed to be filming at Manhattan Beach Studios, and will film up until December. So it's starting filming, and it's going to be filming up until December with a planned release date of 2023. My belief is that later in the summer of 2023 is when they're going to start filming. Okay. So again, make sure to like and subscribe to keep up to date with all the latest Star Wars stuff, like that Skeleton Crew news right there. But let me know what you guys think of it down in the chat. Skeleton Crew is becoming one of my most anticipated projects faster and faster as we get more and more information about it. I mean, it is said to be kind of like a Stranger Things in space, which you sold me, man. I'm a big Stranger Things fan. I'm a fan of Star Wars. Put them together and let's see what happens. It's kind of like Goonies too, like super exciting kind of a thing there, you know? Not a bad pull. What happened? Let me go back a little bit. What up, talented Mr. Griffin? Good to see you in the chat. So Heron took flight. Yes, I wrote that one. Dark Tenebrous. Blah, 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 blah. Went too far back. Okay. Wasn't double digits going to Jude? Yeah, there is a lot of money going to Jude Law for sure, which is definitely part of the big budget that we have going there. But there's still going to be a lot going into the show itself. Again, I do think that part of that is the fact that they're going to be shooting in different locations for it too. So they have to be traveling around, doing a lot of different stuff for it. So we'll see. We'll see where the budget goes to with that show. But the fact that it has a big budget seems to be good news to me. In my opinion, that's pretty good news. It kind of begs the question, though, why Obi-Wan and different shows didn't have this big of a budget. I think Mandalorian Season 3 budget is going to be similar to Skeleton Crew. Not sure what the Ahsoka budget is at the moment, but it's interesting to see that Skeleton Crew is going to have the biggest so far. 10 to 20 million just for Jude Law. There you go. So I guess like 116's left over after just Jude Law. Small says that's an obsession. We going. Obsession. Chill. What's up, brother? Vader's Lair. Hello, Lair Rose. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you in the chat. I could be convinced to take it without a Jedi mind trick. Do it. So kind of what I heard was that 17 million was going to be going into each episode just about, which that is a lot of, that's a lot of money still. Lock in your essence. Tripping. Not a fan of Stranger Things. Reminds me of the Goonies. You don't like the Goonies, Leia? Come on. Are you the next X-Wing of Vader's lair? I don't know what that means. Locking your essence into a holocron. I'm dead. No, man. We're supposed to take place directly after Return of the Jedi. Okay, from what I heard, I missed that from, this is High Republic Kids. No, okay, so it's not supposed to take place directly after Return of the Jedi. It's supposed to take place actually in the timeline of The Mandalorian. So kind of my theory at the moment for Skeleton Crew, and I really have no clue what it's actually going to be. Steve Starenka, yo! X-Wing Jr. I'm dead. But for the Skeleton Crew show, though, I think it's going to be something that takes place probably after Ahsoka, if I'm being honest. So honestly, I think The Mandalorian already takes place about 5-6 years after Return of the Jedi. And so we have about a year pass in season 1 and probably in season 2. I'd say about a year between the two of those and Book of Boba Fett and all that. Maybe even 2 years. So I'd say we're in about 6, maybe 7 ABY at this point for the Mandalorian timeline. I'm going to go on a limb and say that the Mandalorian season 3 is going to be about a year. So we're going to be in about 7 or 8 BBY by the time of the Mandalorian season 3. Maybe by the time of the Ahsoka show, that's kind of where we'll be. And I think Skeleton Crew is going to take place right after the Ahsoka show. That's my personal kind of just where I think it was. That's nothing like, I have no reports off that. That's just kind of what I'm thinking right now. So maybe Skeleton Crew will take place about 7, 8, maybe even 9 ABY. And if that's the case, it's supposed to be kind of a group of Force sensitive children going around, or like stranded with Jude Law or something like that. That's kind of the reports of what it is so far. So what if one of those kids is Jason Syndulla, which is gonna be, he'll be about 9 years old by this point, and he is obviously the kid of Kanan and Hera Syndulla, so it'd be cool to see him. And Skeleton Crew could be a play on the Ghost Crew from Star Wars Rebels as well. So I don't know. This is obviously just speculation at this point. We really don't know that much about the Skeleton Crew show, but I don't know. It's super exciting to me. I'm intrigued by it. I hope you guys are too. X-Wing Jr.
That is treason then. Execute Order 66 on Leia Rose. Do it.
You remind me of X-Wing in a way. Well, X-Wing is definitely one of the homies. Much love to X-Wing. Matthew Cruz says, no Star Wars things, bro. Dude, give me the Star Wars Stranger Things. Do it. That was a rumor a few months ago because folks thought it was about Jedi Padawans during... Yeah, that is what we kind of thought. Yeah, so Tales of the Jedi was, at one point, we thought that could potentially be the Grammar Rodeo project, but it turned out that Grammar Rodeo was the Skeleton Crew project. Man, I didn't know the children were supposed to be Force sensitive. That connects even more to Ahsoka then. She protects Force sensitive. She absolutely does. Obviously, I'm not 100% sure that she is, that the kids are all Force sensitive. That's kind of the vibes I'm getting though. I think that they're supposed to be. And I'm wondering okay, potential spoilers here. But I can't remember his name, but Huang, I think that's his name, which is like the Jedi droid that makes the lightsabers back in the Clone Wars. There's a whole little arc where there's these Clone Wars Jedi Padawans basically, and they build their lightsabers for the first time. They go to Ilum, they get their crystals, build their sabers, and the droid basically that helps them build their lightsabers is this droid named Hyang, I think. Something like that. And basically, if I'm not wrong, Hyang was seen in the Ahsoka Star Wars Celebration trailer. And I'm wondering now, what if Jude Law is playing like the voice or like mechanics of Hyang somehow or something, and he's going to be stranded with these kids that, like, maybe it's part of Luke's Jedi Order, and they're stranded after, going to Ilum or something to get their own lightsaber crystals. As we know, Ilum at some point was kind of taken over by the Empire, as we see in Jedi Fallen Order. So obviously all this years later, during this timeline of the Mandalorian, it would be starting to turn into a Starkiller base at some point. So it'd be wild to see them going there to try and find kyber crystals like Luke's Jedi kids, you know what I mean? And then they get stranded there with Hyang, the Jedi droid. Did we see him? It looked like him to me. Leia Rose says, Vader's lair. There are fire behind your chair. There is a fire behind my chair. It is the fires of Mustafa. What do we think though, guys? Leia Rose says, Clone Force 98. Are you the commander now?
I am the commander.
The commander is taking over. The Stanley says, Hyang voiced by David Tennant. Okay, so it might just be the same dude. I might be, going off the rails there a little bit. Just hyped up from what we could be seeing. Jude Law might not be Hyang, and I bet they're probably going to show his face because it's Jude Law. But yeah, in the Clone Wars, it's David Tennant. Okay. I'm still, I don't know. It might, again, Jude Law might not be Hyang, but that's kind of a thing I'm thinking about now. Hyang? I think I said that right. I hope I did. Love David Tennant. Yeah, he does a great job. Goat. Hope you guys are all doing it well in the chat too, by the way. I'm going to check the other news that's kind of been circulating throughout the Star Wars universe. But that is kind of the bulk of what we've had recently. It's been pretty exciting to go over. Let me see if I missed anything real quick, and let me know in the chat any other things that you guys want to put in there, any questions that you have. I hope you guys are all doing well though and having a great start to the week. We're gonna probably be streaming a lot throughout the rest of the week. Tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, I should have a lot of time on my hands after work, so we'll probably get into The Force Unleashed 2. I'm probably gonna try to record a video real quick after this and tomorrow as well, and get into some editing finally. Finally. And wait, let me find that. There it is. So any other news that's kind of been going around? Star Wars chatter. Han and Leia from a book. Pretty interesting. Not much that I can think of. There was a little bit more of that Mandalorian Season 3 trailer that was like an extended full cut that somebody released online. You can find that on my Twitter if you're interested. I don't think I'm going to pull it up right now, but it is pretty friggin' exciting. Oh! Alright, prepare for some sad news. So the other day I did a Overwatch stream, which is a little bit different for the channel. I normally don't stream non-Star Wars content, I guess you could say. And I felt like doing it. I felt like maybe we could do a little bit more of a, splendid kind of Star Wars relatable kind of content. So I did an Overwatch stream because Star Wars Hunters was supposed to be coming out in the next couple of months, and Star Wars Hunters is very similar, very, very similar to Overwatch. Well, I streamed it, I believe, yesterday. And today, Star Wars Hunters was officially delayed until 2023. I don't know if they saw my stream. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. But if they did, it's pretty funny. It's kind of just a funny coincidence. I did a stream, hyping it up, getting ready for it, and now it's coming in 2023. Darn it. But I will say, at least they're taking their time to make it right. They did say that they want to make it a game that people are going to be playing for years to come, which I would love for that to be the case, man. If it's like Overwatch and people are playing for years, there's eventually an Overwatch 2, like there's going to be soon here, and then a Star Wars Hunters 2 or something. That would be freaking dope, man. So take all the time they need to make it right. That's what I'm going to say. But also, man, I was excited to play it. Leia, if you compare me to X-Wing one more time, I'm gonna lose it. Liar! I'm not lying. I'm sorry. Vader's lair is more relaxed. Just a little bit. Sometimes we go crazy. But we're pretty chill lately. We're pretty chill. I mean, the beat's pretty lit, so you know what you're getting. You know what you're getting when you come to Vader's lair. Just a real quick recap, though. There is a chance Darth Vader could be in the Ahsoka show. And to cover all the other little bits of news we have, the Star Wars Acolyte show is deep into pre-production. Kate Herron has recently been rumored to work on or be the director of it, and she also was the director of the amazing Season 1 of Loki. And The Mandalorian Season 3 had an extended trailer reveal, or that people had kind of leaked out, and I believe the only other thing was the budget for the Skeleton Crew show, which is the biggest budget for any Disney Plus Star Wars project thus far. Some new clips and things. There was a little bit longer of an Ahsoka teaser trailer that was kind of released out there. I think I can pull this up, and I would love to show it and kind of talk about it with you guys if I can pull it up. Yes, I can. Good. Okay. All right, hold on. I'm gonna pull this onto YouTube, and I'm gonna pull it up for you guys to see. Alright, so let's check this out. This is a little bit of the clip that was shown. I think this is the Star Wars Celebration for the Ahsoka show. Let's get this going. Let me enlarge in that. Come on, let me
Do it. Get bigger. Do it.
Alright, let's check this out. Wait, I don't know if the audio is gonna play, but I don't even know if there is audio. Get out of here, ad! No! Alright, here we go. It is sped up a little bit too, but... And there's Hyang. So, okay, here is the clip I was talking about with Hyang. This is the droid from the Star Wars Clone Wars episodes that helped with the building of the lightsaber crystals. So, pretty cool to see him potentially here in the Ahsoka show. Not sure what he's going to be doing in it, but again, maybe he'll tie into Skeleton Crew, which could definitely be the case. Nice little clip there of Ahsoka. And this is why I wanted to pull it up right here at the end. So we get the mural from the end of Star Wars Rebels, which of course super exciting to see that. But at the end of this clip, we have live action Sabine walking up to it. And I never really realized this watching the clip until I saw this here. Super cool that we're probably going to have that sequence between, you know, when Ahsoka comes to pick up Sabine. We're probably going to get that sequence here in the Ahsoka show, which is freaking exciting to me. Let's get back in the lair and discuss it a little bit before we head on out of here. What'd you guys think of that? Pretty freaking exciting stuff to me. I cannot wait. I cannot wait at all. The Ahsoka show is like my absolutely most anticipated thing. It's going to be super exciting. Does look similar droid model for sure. Yeah, if it's not Hyang, it's definitely a very similar droid. That's definitely true. Vader's lair, just a little bit more relaxed. What zodiac sign are you, Vader's lair? I am an Aquarius. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Mando 3, Ahsoka, it's about to be lit, man. Star Wars has a lot coming, and I'm telling you, just subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss any of it. You don't want to miss any of it. Daniel Fisher says it looks like we'll get the view from Ahsoka's point of view before snapping back to the OG shot from Rebels. I like it. Me too, man. I'm really hoping we get kind of a mix of the two stories. Like, what was she doing after the fight with Vader for that little bit of time after she got pulled into the world between worlds? And what is she going to be doing leading up to, you know, meeting up with Sabine and going to find Ezra? My most anticipated show too, Sheev. It's freaking exciting, OG. I can't wait. I mean, they barely could show any footage at Celebration because they've obviously just kind of started getting into the shooting and everything. But I was talking with my brother Tim the other day, man. Dave Filoni's been working on this show probably forever in his head. You know what I mean? Like, this story... I was originally thinking the Ahsoka show could be a one-season kind of done in limited series. One and done kind of a thing. I'm starting to think it could be like a 4, 5, maybe even 6-season show that could be one of the biggest things that's happened in Star Wars since the prequel trilogy and sequels. Man, like, I think it could be huge. And Dave is like I said, Dave has probably been working on this Ahsoka story for years and years and years. And now he has full reins for the show to do basically whatever he wants with it. So give me all the Ahsoka show, man. Give me as many seasons as we possibly could. Make it the biggest, most grandiose story that we could ever get. And I cannot wait for it, man. The possibilities with Ahsoka. Whew, it's getting me hyped. It's getting me hyped. Age of Aquarius. Aquarius. Yes, good. Love it. Love seeing all the Aquarius people. Why did my thing say 620? Oh my goodness, it is 620. For me, it's 620. I don't know. that's pretty much the bulk of the Star Wars news, though. Anything you guys want to ask me or put into the chat, go ahead and do it. Or forever hold your peace. Actually, that was a lie. That was a big fat lie. There is one other bit of news that I can bring up with you guys. So there was like a, I believe, Argentinian Disney Plus poster or promotional kind of art thing. And on it, it basically shows the Book of Boba Fett, the Mandalorian, Obi Wan Kenobi, and Andor. Now, for Obi Wan Kenobi, it talks about how it's kind of a limited series or whatever. Or so I can't see that one, or I don't know for that one. Andor, it says season 1. Mandalorian, it says season 1 and 2, and then it says season 3. And on the Book of Boba Fett, it says season 1 and season 2. This could just be a mishap, but I mean, there's been other kind of promotional stuff that's leaked kind of information like this before. But let me know what you guys think in the chat. Do you think the Book of Boba Fett could be getting a season 2? And would you want one? Would you welcome a season 2 of the Book of Boba Fett? I mean, all this time now since it's passed, I personally love the show. I still love it. I know it was kind of divisive between the fandom a little bit. Some people didn't like it that much, but I think a lot of us here at Vader's Lair enjoyed the most of it. And I would welcome a season 2 with open arms, man. Give me some more Boba. I imagine Boba might be a big part of the Mandalorian season 3. And there were some Mandalorian season 3 rumors recently that I'm not going to get into today, but were pretty interesting to read through or listen through. So we'll probably maybe cover them soon, but I don't know how reliable they are yet. We'll see. As the starts time, Stubby lied. Liar! Stubby's a liar.
We must execute Order 66 on him.
Personally, I think there definitely could be a season 2, though. I think the Book of Boba Fett was largely successful for them. While there were some fandom chatter here and there from some pretty negative Nancys, to be honest. I think overall the reception of it was pretty decent. I don't know though. I know some people really didn't like it, but I think they made their money with it, and they're gonna continue to make money if they do a season 2. So they should definitely do it. It is Smalls somewhere, just like it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Pretty sure Obsession put Stubby up to it. He did, absolutely. It was definitely Obsession. They'll love Boba and in Mando 3. They'll definitely love Boba in Mando 3. Tim Morrison sounds like he's well up for more Boba. He definitely is, and I think they're gonna do him as much as they possibly can in terms of clones in general. Get as much clone Tamora as you can while you can, and while he wants to. You know what I mean? Because he does. He wants more, and the fandom wants him as well. We want more, and we should. Tem is great. I love Tem. Called it. Send Stubby out to give me more ice cream, Obsession.
Do it. Ice cream for all in the chat. Emperor's orders. Do it now or forever die.
Alright, y'all. I think I'm gonna get on out of here and try to record a video or two for you guys. One of which might be on Stranger Things Season 4. I know, not exactly Star Wars related. But I'm definitely going to be trying to get some more content out to you guys soon. I'll see you all tomorrow. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you everybody for hanging out in the chat. Much love to y'all. Go check out our Twitter at Vader's Lair, our Instagram at Chief the Wise. Check out our Streamlabs website that is in the link in the description below. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my brother Tim for all you do here at the channel. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night though. And may the force be with you guys always. Peace out, y'all.